Hello students, welcome back. This is lecture number 18. Students, in previous class we had discussed structure of C programming. Once again we can glance all those concepts and move for the next topic. Actually students, that basic structure of C programming includes 6 sections: document section, link section, definition section, global declaration section, main function section, and subprogram section. And here these 6 sections are not compulsory, and only a main function and link section are the compulsory sections. Remaining document section, definition section, global declaration section, and subprogram sections are optional. According to our requirement and according to our needs, we have to add those sections. While writing a simple hi word or printing a simple hi word in our desktop, we only use main function and link section. Link section for linking the header files, and main section means printing a hi word. And every C program execution starts from a main function section itself. C program execution start from main function itself. The document section consists of set of comment lines. It may be a program name, it may be a author name, or it may be other details. What is the time of writing the program? What is the date of writing the program? These are all presented in a document section. That is in a comment line. In a C programming, we have to use two type of comment line. For a single comment, we use double forward slash. For a multiple lines, we use one forward slash and hashtag symbol. In front of that, we write the some statements. Again at the end, we have to use asterisk first and again forward slash. These are two types of comment lines we are using in a document section. Double forward slash for a single comment line, forward slash and hashtag symbol, some statement at the end of the statement. Again that we use hashtag symbol first and forward slash next. This is the multiple comment line. These are two types of comment line we are used in a C programming. These comment lines are used in a document section. This is about document section. Second one is link section. The link section provides the instruction to the compiler to link the function from the system libraries. It is used to link these functions from the system libraries. It means we used hash include stdio.h. That statement we can grab it from the system library through the compiler. That stdio.h is used to output input or a input output operation purpose. That printf and scanf definition can be, or definition would be presented in the that header file, that is stdio.h. From that library, we have to direct use the printf and scanf statements. We all are human beings know that printf is used for printing some statement and scanf is used to taking the some input from the keyboard. But compiler won't understand this printf and scanf because the definition of the printf and scanf is presented in the this standard input output lib header file, that is hash include stdio.h. stdio.h is a system library. This is about link section. The definition section defines all the symbolic constant. Whatever we are write the symbolic constant according to our requirement, those all the symbolic constant are presented in a definition section. We declare a symbolic constant with hash, define some symbolic constant and values. You discussed what is symbolic constant, how to declare symbolic constant in previous class already. This is about definition section. And there are some variables that are used in a more than one function, such as variables are called global variables. The variables that are used in more than one times in a function, such variables are called global variables. Global variables are declared in a global section. Whatever we declare variables in a global declaration, that variables we call it as global variables. It means we have to write a variables once and use those variables many times in our program. This is about global declaration section. And next section is main function section. This main function section includes two parts. First one is declaration part, another one is executable part. The declaration part declares all the variables used in a executable part. Declaration part includes all the variables used in a executable part. There is at least one statement is the executable part. We have to write at least one statement in a executable part. These are two parts must appear between the opening and closing braces. These declaration and executable part are must present in the or must appear between the opening and closing braces. The program execution begin at the opening brace and end at the closing brace. The execution of program start with the opening brace and end with the closing brace. And also the closing brace of the main function section is the logical end of the program. The closing brace of the main function is the logical end of the program. It means that is the end of whole program. All the statements in the declaration and executable part are end with the semicolon. All the statement in a declaration section or a executable section are end with the semicolon. It is compulsory to use semicolon at the end of the declaration part and executable part. This is about main function section. And last one is subprogram section. It contains all the user defined functions are called in the main functions. Subsection contains user defined functions that is called in the main function. User defined functions means whatever we write the functions according to our program, that function is called in a main function. We have to write a functions in a sub program section, but that function is called in a main function or a main function section. Sub program section contains all the user defined functions. It may be a n number of functions. It may be a one function or two function. It may be n number of user defined functions. Sub programming section includes. This is whole about the basic structure of C program and whatever we discussed the concept in a previous class. And we also discussed how to execute a program. First, we write the hello world program. For that hello world, we have to write some code. First, we have to add a hash include stdio.h. It is the first and compulsory statement we have to use in our program. This hash include stdio.h is link section because standard input output header file is presented in a system library. While calling that system library function, we have to use stdio.h header file with the help of hash include. It means hash include means we have to add that system library in our program. That is hash include stdio.h. Again, we have to write a main function, that is main opening and closing parenthesis, and for next line we use opening braces. Again, in that opening and closing braces, we have to write printf statement. Printf is used to print the sum statement in desktop. Printf we called it as output statement. In printf, we have to write in a parenthesis with the double quote, that is hi. Whatever we write the statement in a double quote in a printf statement, that is same and exactly printed in a desktop. At the end of the program, we have to close the main function braces. Execution of the program start from a main function opening brace and end with the main function closing brace. And closing brace is a logical end of the program. It means that is the end. From next we won't write a that compiler won't take any execution. This is the simple program. If we write this in a notepad or any editor, we have to save this file with the .c extension. For example, your name is example1, example1.c. First we have to save this file. And again in a terminal is a place which is we have to execute our program, that is give our output also. In that screen only we get the output. After that saving the file, we have to go to terminal. In that terminal we have to compile the program. First we have to compile our program. First step is creating the program or writing the program. Second one is compile that program with the a.out. A.out is the keyword. From this we have to compile a C program. After compiling, the compiler will links the header files from the C library. Compiler will fetch the header files from the C library. And again, lastly, we have to execute the program. Our output will be displayed in a console. That is hi. This is the simple C program and execution of a C program. These all concepts we discussed in previous class. In today's class we are going for new concept, that is operator concept. Operators and expressions. C language provide a rich set of operators. C language provides rich set of operators. They may operate on single operands or a two operands. Operator may operate in a single operand or a two operand. They are used to perform some basic arithmetic operation, comparison, manipulation of bits, and so on. Operators are used to perform some basic arithmetic operations, comparisons, and manipulation of bits. The C operators are broadly classified into three main types. Operators are classified into three main types, that is unary operator, binary operator, and ternary operator. These three operators are the main operators. Again, unary operator can classified into subtypes, binary operator are classified into subtypes, and ternary operators are classified into subtypes. Now we have discussed one by one. First, I can start with unary operator. An operator that acts upon only one operand is known as unary operator. The operator that acts upon only one operator is known as unary operator. ಒಂದ ಆಪರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂನರಿ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. The C unary operator are classified into again subtypes. First one is unary minus, logical not operator, and bitwise complementation. These are three subparts included in unary operator. Unary operators acts upon only a single operand, that we call it as unary operator. The C unary operators are unary minus, logical not operator, and bitwise complementation. These three are the sub part of the unary operators. First, we can see unary minus. Any positive operands associated with the unary minus operator get its value changed to the negative. Any positive operands associated with the unary minus that get changed the value to the negative. See here example, a equal to 3 and b equal to 4. C equal to a plus in the bracket minus b. First 3 plus minus 4. It means this value, final value get changed the negative value, that is minus 1. Any positive operator associated with the unary minus, that is this minus b, this we call it as unary minus, and that whole value automatically get the negative. This is the concept of unary minus. Any positive operands associated with the unary minus operator get change the value to the negative. ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ ಯೂನರಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್, ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟರ್ ಅವರ ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತ್ರಿ. ಎ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 3 ಐತಿ, ಬಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 4 ಐತಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತಿತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 3 ಐತಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 4 ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. 3 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 4 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ಅವರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ minus 1. This is the concept of unary minus. And second one is for unary, that is logical complementation is there. For that we have to discuss logical operators. The main heading is logical operator. Logical operator is classified into 3 types: logical not operator, logical and operator, and logical or operator. These logical operators you already discussed in your previous semester. Just one second, I glance those concepts and move next. First one, logical operators are used to make a decisions. Logical operators are used to make a decisions. There are 3 operators: and, not, and or operators. The first 2 operators and or are the binary operators, and not is the unary operators. And or are the binary operators, and not is a unary operators. The result of these operator is either a true or false. The result of these operators either true or false. The logical operators are used to convert a one or more relational expression. Logical operators ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ನ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Here some operators are double ampersand for logical and, double pipelines for a logical or, and double exclamatory for logical not. These are symbols used to logical operators. For and, double ampersand or double pipeline, and for not, double exclamatory. These are the logical operators. Again, we can next see that logical AND operators. Logical AND operator is used to perform AND operations on a two logic operands. You already discussed these logical operators in my previous semester. AND operation ಹೆಂಗೆ perform ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಲ್ರಿ, that is performed upon two logical operands. ಎರಡು ಆಪ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, ಎರಡು ಆಪ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಫೈನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಎಫ್ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಫೈನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ. ಇಟ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ದಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಎರಡನ್ನು. ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ ವೆನ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆಪರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೂ, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ಎರಡು ಆಪ್ರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರು ಟ್ರೂ ಇರ್ತೈತ್ರಿ, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ answer will be false. Here the logic truth table is there for a and b values. First a and b value is 0 is there, final value is also 0, final result is also true. Here 0 1 is there, the result is 0. 1 0 is there, the result is 1 0. And again 1 and 1 is there, again the result is 1. It means the result of logical AND is true when both operands are true, otherwise the answer is false. True means 1 indicate for true, 0 indicate for false. 1 1 ಯಾವಾಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಅವಾಗಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆರ್. ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸೇಮ್ ರೀ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಟೂ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಪ್ರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು perform ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. The result of logic OR is false only when both operands are false. ಎರಡು ಆಪ್ರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ. See here 0 and 0, the value will be 0. Both the values are false, then the output will also be false. And for second 0 1 is there, for again value is 1, it means the value is true. 1 0 again true value, 1 1 again true value. It means when both the values are false, then only a output will be or a result will be false, otherwise the value or a result will be a true. This is about OR operation. In AND you used to multiplication, but here in a OR you have to use a addition, you have to add. Last one is NOT operator. Last one is NOT operator. Logical NOT operator used to perform complement or a inverse of a given operator. NOT ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. The result of logic NOT is true when the operand is false and vice versa. ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತ್ರಿ, ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ವೈಸ್ ವರ್ಸ ಆಗಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ 0 can be converted into 1 and 1 is converted into 0. ಇದು ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಿತ್ರಿ, ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆರ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ operators we are used in a C programming. In next class we have to discuss some other operators we are used in a C programming. Thank you. I will give assignment questions and you have to write all those assignment questions and send it to me.